Hey guys! Welcome to another exciting video where we uncover the hidden history behind everyday things. Today we'll explore three fascinating topics: why high heels were originally for men, how the chess queen became the most powerful piece, and how the Rubik's Cube was actually an accidental invention. So let's get started. 1. High heels were originally for men. When you think of high heels, you probably picture stylish women's footwear. But did you know that high heels were originally designed for men, specifically soldiers? This story dates back over 1,000 years to Persia, modern-day Iran. Persian warriors were expert horse riders, but they had a problem. When they stood up in the stirrups to shoot arrows, their feet would slip. To fix this, they designed shoes with raised heels, which locked into the stirrups, giving them better balance and precision in battle. Since only elite warriors and nobility could afford horses, high heels became a symbol of power and wealth. The idea of heels wasn't just about fashion, it represented status. Then, in the 17th century, European aristocrats saw Persian men wearing heels and thought, "This looks classy." They quickly adopted the trend, especially French royalty. King Louis XIV of France, who was quite short, was famous for wearing red-heeled shoes to appear taller and more dominant. In fact, only nobility were allowed to wear red heels. However, by the 18th century, women started wearing heels more commonly because they made them look taller, more elegant, and attractive. Over time, heels became associated more with femininity, and men gradually stopped wearing them. So next time you see a pair of high heels, just remember, they weren't always just a women's fashion statement. They started as a battle necessity for Persian warriors. 2. The chess queen was inspired by a real queen. Chess is one of the world's most popular and strategic games. But did you know that the queen wasn't always the most powerful piece? In fact, the original game of chess didn't even have a queen. Chess was invented in India around 1,500 years ago and was called chaturanga. The game had a piece called the vizier, or wazir, which was the king's advisor. But it was a weak piece. It could only move one square diagonally, making it one of the least powerful pieces on the board. When chess spread to Persia and the Arab world, the vizier was renamed Fairs, meaning the king's counselor. But the real change happened when chess reached Europe. European courts were structured around kings and queens, so having a king without a queen didn't make much sense to them. Instead of an advisor, they introduced a queen piece to sit beside the king. At first, the queen was still weak and could only move one square at a time. But then, in the 15th century, Spain was ruled by Queen Isabella I, a fearless and powerful leader who was known for leading armies into battle. She was also a passionate chess player. Inspired by her strength, Spanish chess players modified the game, making the queen the most powerful piece, capable of moving in any direction for any number of squares. This new, faster version of chess became so popular that it spread worldwide and is still the game we play today. So the next time you see a queen dominating the board, remember, it was all thanks to Queen Isabella I of Spain. 3. The Rubik's Cube was invented by accident. The Rubik's Cube is one of the best-selling toys of all time. But did you know it was created by mistake? The story begins in 1974, when a Hungarian professor named Erno Rubik was teaching architecture and design. He wanted to show his students how 3D structures could move without falling apart. So he created a cube with rotating parts. But there was one problem. Once he scrambled it, he couldn't figure out how to put it back together. It took him over a month to solve his own puzzle. That's because a Rubik's Cube has 43 quintillion possible combinations, but only one correct solution. When he realized he had accidentally created an amazing puzzle, he patented it as the Magic Cube. A few years later, in 1979, a toy company called Ideal Toys saw its potential and renamed it the Rubik's Cube before launching it internationally. The cube became a global sensation, and by the 1980s, it was one of the most popular toys in the world. Over time, speed cubing competitions started, and people began setting world records for solving it in just a few seconds. As of 2024, more than 500 million Rubik's Cubes have been sold, making it one of the best-selling toys ever. So, next time you struggle with solving a Rubik's Cube, just remember, even the inventor had a hard time solving it. So there you have it. 3 amazing stories that prove history is full of surprises. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more fascinating facts. See you in the next one.